to roll a d10.
Yeah. Sure. That didn't sound ominous.
I don't want to give anything away.
Oh, 2 3s. That's fun. That's good.
Hey.
That's good.
Oh no,
One
we got the
one of
rolling
you has
rock
to roll
ending.
Doesn't matter to me who, but okay.
There you go. 2 3.
Oh, 2.
A 2 and a 3. Okay.
Oh, the
Great.
Now I need to make sure I know
Adding
what a 2
20
and a
for crocodiles.
Low numbers are always good, right? I'm sure it's fine. They're fine.
I mean, if you want a quick
Sometimes,
peek
yes.
behind the DM screen, this is
Oh.
a situation in which there is no difference between higher numbers and lower numbers. They are all equally
Bad.
Bad.
they're all equally of I don't want to say
Opportunity.
bad. They're both
They are
2 and
both
3
in
makes no
equal
difference to you. It makes a difference to me.
Great. Good. That's even less cryptic than normal.
I mean, the problem is I want to tell you guys all of my ideas because I'm like, yes, look, listen to this, and I have to stop myself because
That's the toughest part.
yeah, it really is the hardest part.
This will be
Quick. Somebody roll a D1 so I can make a decision.
I mean, as players, we kind of feel that too, because we come up with ideas, and it's like it would be great to, surprise Tom with this, but also, would it be nice to surprise your DM with something like, throwing them off their game and whatnot? Not all.
Yeah, right. Like, well, I have a very specific plan in mind for if a very specific scenario pops up because I think it's cool. Will it be possible? Maybe not, because Tom might just be like, actually, no, that doesn't work. But maybe he'll be like, yeah, that works, and I get to be a cool guy.
There's nothing I like better than going surprise, bitch. All right.
It's like a 90% chance the scenario I plan for will never happen. But,
My biggest problem is that I have there are certain members of the party that I have super specific encounters in mind for, and I'm like, that's gonna be awesome. And then what'll happen is you never trigger it, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Or they're just not there that day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my favorite is when everything lines up perfectly and I'm like, here we go. And somebody's like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I'm like, you just ruined my whole fucking day. Yeah. Okay. So we got all right. I am going to put you guys back on this map, where we have just finished combat with the big crocodile. Raina, do you recall how many flowers you managed to grab?
Yeah, I put them in my inventory. I think it was 9, but let me double check.
That sounds right.
Red flowers for Kappa. I have not listed.
Okay. Good. So as the big crocodile falls, the remaining crocodiles that are not dead kind of quit being so aggro, almost as if their attitude and mood were being affected supernaturally by the big crocodile. They do not appear hostile to you any longer.
Nice.
I'm so mad that I missed this big rock fight. This seems like it's been so much fun.
Run it again.
I'm inside it right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. That's why I was
Excited.
on the man.
Yeah, I'm in his lungs
Yeah.
currently.
Also, Quinn kept throwing me for fucking loops with his spells. I'm like, no, stop it. Very
Yeah,
glad this
Pearl
crocodile
Water's
has
a fun one.
this crocodile has a crazy high swim speed, and that's the only thing that was saving it. But yeah, the body of the crocodile bobs in the water. Eric, you are in its throat, essentially, hanging out. As I recall, Sojourner, at the end of last session, you cast Adjust Density on it. Is that correct?
Yes. To make it lighter, so that it
Yes,
didn't sink with him.
Yeah, so you were actively making it so because the body had started to sink with Eric inside, and you were preventing that from happening. So the day is y'all's. What do you want to do here?
I'll pop out of his
now we
mouth.
can just
Gather as much meat as we can and take it to the ship.
Oh, you like the good meat is all in the tail.
also. Oh, that's why I have the wrong thing selected.
Oh yeah, we did have issues yesterday with people not being able to move their tokens. Is everybody able to move their token?
I cannot move Kappa.
I
The
don't move.
using your measure tool and then hitting spacebar should still work though. Hey, there I am.
Nope, I'm having movement is in combat turn order.
Yeah, mine
So,
too.
Yeah,
no
that's what I was
combat
doing
encounter.
yesterday.
It is not currently your turn.
Yeah, that's what it did yesterday.
I wonder if it's could be this. Let me try something. This might. Maybe. I wonder if it's that the new carousel. I'm gonna try deactivating it, seeing if that fixes it. Reloading. Okay. All right, as you all get resituated here, how goes the token movement?
Still
I'm
reloading.
still the same.
I cannot move because it's sick to combat, and it's not my turn.
It's no combat encounter. Why are you doing this to me? Let me try one other thing here. Kappa, go away. Kappa, come back. Try moving your token now.
Same thing.
Same thing. And nobody's able to move their token?
Correct.
Nope.
Nah, same thing.
All right. Cool. There is no active encounter. Double check, no active encounter.
Start one. And stop it.
Let's see. Okay, now we're in an encounter. Okay. Wow, getting all these low rolls out early. Okay, begin combat. All right, Eric. Can Eric move now?
Yes.
Okay, Kappa, how about you?
Yep.
Okay. Now we're gonna try just ending combat and empty the turn tracker. Okay, we should.
Movement is set to combat turn. It is currently not your turn.
Yep.
While you were messing with the settings and start.
All right. So Reina, you have collected a certain amount of. I think we said 9 of these flowers yourself. With the big crocodile being dead, you could presumably just harvest all of them if you wanted. Um,
Yeah, because he's like floating now, right? Like
yeah,
he's not
so
sinking.
um, Sojourner was able to get him to be lightweight, and then something was it? What did you have, like Tenzer's disc or something to hold the rest, hold him up, something like that. I remember talking about it at the end of last session, and I don't remember exactly what it was. But Sojourner changed the density, and then I think somebody else put something under him to keep him from sinking.
I think Sojourner's doing. I just had it. Immovable object. There's turning
That's what
something
it
into an
was.
immovable object.
Yeah, I cast a movable object on something underneath him.
Ah, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna put him back where he was now that Eric is free. Eric, you wiggle your way out, just absolutely coated in crocodile inner juice.
Sure.
He's just floating on his back, smoking his ball.
Is there anything you guys want to do here besides harvest Kappa's flowers?
No, I think I still have
Harvest
fly
crockery.
on, so I'll fly over and start trying to pick all the flowers off of his back I can.
Okay.
I think I still have
Since you're not in a combat situation anymore, you can just sit there and harvest them. Um, you already grabbed 9 of them. If you want to take the time to get all of the rest of them, you'll end up with about 30.
Yeah, I'll take
Yay!
all of them.
And you say we should be able to keep those growing or something, right? With that many.
Presumably, given, I mean, you certainly don't need all of these for a particular potion. You could either keep making potions until you run out, but Reyna suspected that Opal would be able to grow these, given an adequate um, environment to do that in.
Yeah, I'll take some like soil too, so she can like have some soil to put them in, and like I'll just try and like really study the root systems and all that while these guys are cutting up crocodile meat somewhere.
Okay.
We can grow them in jars of dirt.
Reyna, give me a. Ooh, what kind of check would this be? Give me a nature check. And anyone who wants to get meat off of the big crocodile or the small crocodiles, if you want, if you want to cut them up, then I will let you make either survival checks on that. Reyna. So these are similar to lilies. So they really grow. They don't really grow in the dirt. They grow in the water, right? Um, so what Opal would need is a tank to put them in. Ooh, nice. Um,
Gotcha.
and they're freshwater plants, so she would need some sort of she would need water. She would need, what basically what you have here in the lake, just on a smaller scale, right? Um,
I'll take water
When we
sample.
have water barrels on the ship,
you would. Oh my God! Stop. Sojourner, I get it. You rolled a natural 20.
I'm so good, never forget it.
um, um, this sort of thing is not going to grow well in drinking water because there's not enough fun stuff in the water, right? Um,
I'll take a couple water samples back too.
okay. Yeah, with a 17, you're definitely able to like figure out kind of the basics of how this plant grows. And like Opal is an alchemist, like she is gonna be able to figure this out pretty
Yeah,
easily herself.
she'll
Um,
figure it out. Yep.
and also, DM Tom is not a plant scientist, but I know a little bit about plants. Be like, yeah, those things grow on water. Um, Sojourner, Eric, Owenhoven. Kappa is not super helpful with it, but you're able to figure out where to cut along these veins of meat here. I don't know if any of y'all have eaten crocodile meat, but it's really hard to get it off the bone. At least that's what I found. So yeah, you guys are able to kind of like section it off. You're basically able to convert the entire tail into meat that you can take back to the ship and have just
Yeah.
a good old time eating crocodile meat, which
I
is super
prefer it as a
tasty.
jerky myself, but
Oh, a jerky!
That'll be
I
that'll
deep
be good
fried
for
it
the
when
munchies.
I had it. It was very good.
It's only
I
good deep.
jerky.
You
Deep
ain't
fried
had no
it.
good gumbo then.
Oof.
So I've had croc meat twice in my life. Both times it was jerky.
I'm certainly not opposed to jerky, but I feel like when you convert meat into jerky, it just kind of tastes like jerky.
Mhm.
No, I mean different meats are slightly different. It also depends how you season it, and
Of course,
No.
just like anything else.
yeah,
Uh,
and like they had like the person made it by hand, so they seasoned it in like a certain mixture, and then fried it with that mixture on it,
Mm.
so it remained succulent inside. And
They did a succulent hand jerky, you say?
Exactly.
Like
Alright.
any part of it.
Very succulent hand jerky. Slowly
like
over
it.
time.
Um,
Okay.
all right. Is there anything else you guys want to do here at the lake?
You think there's much else to do,
I
right?
don't think so.
Yeah,
I think that was
there's
it, right?
there's
We
no
just
more
want
there's
flowers?
no more glowing quest markers here at the lake. It's just and if there's anything personal you guys wanted to do here. So I will move you back to the ship.
And do you want to see if there's treasure on the bottom of Lake Placid?
I mean, if somebody wants to dive to the bottom, they could always give it a shot.
I mean,
You
it's
know,
at
it's
least
real
100 feet
deep.
deep. At least 100 feet. The Sojourner moved the water, and there was still water at the bottom, 100 feet down.
You know that there was both. It was both that there was water there and enough water for this giant ass croc to be swimming in.
Yeah, it's deep.
But yeah, if you guys want to take a trip to the bottom of the lake, I'm not going to stop you.
I'm good.
I mean, we can if anybody wants. I think I have water breathing prepared. So like we can if we want.
There might be nothing, but also, what if this croc like ate adventurers or elves? So there's just discarded weapons or something down there. I don't know.
Let me ritual cast
There-
water
there-
breathing on us.
We don't have to. It's just an idea.
I mean, now I'm curious. What if there is something down there?
Right. Like, I mean, maybe it's just giant croc eggs, but I mean, still, we could maybe.
Then we could
rearrange
have a
croc.
pet giant crocodile or alligator.
Exactly. See,
I mean, you could just add it to the stew. I mean, that's another possibility if it's just eggs.
I've never had a
Yeah, I just-
crocodile omelet.
Okay, so we're doing this, right? Put it to a vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Is everybody going? Is just just a couple people going? Now I got to put you back on this map.
You're welcome.
I need a waterproof bong town at some point. Magical waterproof bong.
Aren't all bongs kind of waterproof?
Okay.
No, because the
Not
fire would
anymore.
go out. You can't light it underwater.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
All right, you
You
know
gotta put
what?
a snorkel
yeah,
on your water
I
pipe.
So we
That's
start
the
working on
point
that.
of Placid.
All right. Who is going? Is anyone not going? I guess I should say.
I'll cast it on. I can hit 10 people, so I'll cast it on all of us just to be safe. But Sojourner's definitely going.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go down.
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Everybody jumps in the water and begins swimming down. Reyna immediately eaten by another giant crocodile.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. Mhm.
because always.
Always.
Yeah. I'm sure we're not going to find Daddy Crocodile.
What's
Um,
the worst thing that could happen? That's what happens to me.
that's what
So
happens.
Yeah. Always
All right.
Raina.
You
Mhm.
guys start going down into this water. Um, anybody bringing a light source?
like we would be smart enough to do
Hmm.
Got dark. I got dark vision.
Yeah.
I got dark
Oh, I
vision.
can't see shit. I mean, I have my eye. I'll have my eye. That radiates dim light and stuff. So I'll be able to see for a little ways.
Okay. You guys dive down into this water. And what you're able to tell right away is, well, actually, you might not. Let's see. Anybody who wants to can make
Mhm.
a, let's see, what kind of a check? I'm gonna say a investigation, nature, or survival check.
No perception?
Perception's not quite right for this. If you roll perception, you're not gonna get as good information, but I will give you something.
Was it
I'll take the
investigation, survival, or
chances.
what?
I'll also take the-
Investigation, nature, or survival, or perception, but
Um,
perception is a not gonna get as good of information.
almost a nat 20.
Same.
Okay. So Kappa and Eric, you guys notice what everybody notices right away is that there's very little in the way of a slope here. Like from where the water hits the beach, it hits a little bit and then is a massive drop off. So it doesn't have like a nice gentle sloping like surf area. Like you are in the deep water basically right away. Um, what did everybody do? Sojourner, you look at that and you can tell that that is strange. Like it's not unheard of, but it's not common for a lake like this to have that kind of geological structure. Let's see. Next we got. Let's do Hoven survival next. Um, Hoven, to you, that structure, you kind of glean all the information that I've already said, and it seems not natural to you. Like, the lake is not in a shape that is consistent with somebody having built it, but the geography, the geology doesn't make sense here. Like, this is artificial almost to you. And Reyna coming in with the 24. Um,
Mhm.
you suspect that, given all this other information, this is from an impact. This is more like a crater than it is
Ooh.
like a somebody didn't build this, something impacted here and caused it to do this.
And then water just gathered here after the impact.
Right. So that is the
Seems like we
first
had a good idea.
things that I was wondering if you guys were gonna go swimming. It's all I put a crazy amount of detail in stuff that typically gets like totally glossed over, and I'll be like, damn it. But every once in a while something works out. So you guys dive down. Hold on. Oh god, I'm dying.
Nice. It's like that's it. You just find a big space rock. It doesn't do anything for you, but it's a cool thing you can now tell your grandchildren.
You continue to dive 100 feet, 200 feet. Kappa, you're the only one with a swim speed, so everybody else is kind of up to a point struggling to keep up with you. But
Mhm.
once you get down far enough, the way buoyancy works kind of reverses a little bit.
Hmm.
And then the people without swimming speeds are having trouble slowing their descent as
Yeah.
they go down, right?
Oh, we are
Um,
for sure getting
Oh, yeah.
Gravity?
no, it's so like if you're diving, you have
Mhm.
to put air in your BC or your dry suit in order to keep yourself from plummeting to the bottom after a certain
Yeah,
amount of
because you
depth.
Because of all the
hit
weight
a
of the
certain
water
point
on
and then
top of you pushing down and all that.
It's because of the
Mhm.
Yep.
pressure. It's compressing the air inside of you to a point.
Makes
And
sense.
yeah, so as you guys get down here, it's now totally dark. All you can see is what Reyna's eye is putting out. Um, Also, the further down you go, you have not seen much in the way of life down here past 30 feet. Like it's pretty barren down here. You do eventually get to the bottom of the lake. You're several hundred feet down. It's pitch black down here. Anyone who wants to can make either a perception or an investigation check.
Can we still see as much as our dark vision allows, or is it like
That's good.
obscured?
Your dark vision is giving you, you can see. You can't see great.
Yeah. Okay. So we can see something now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
right, no one decided to bring the light spell.
Mm-mm.
Reyna's eye puts out what, 10 feet of light?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Doesn't Dodor have the light spell?
sure.
Yeah, but Dodo's not here, are they?
Well, Dodor could have cast light on something before we went down.
Wait,
Yeah,
I thought
Dodor
Dodor
does.
was with us.
Dodo's a
Dodor
light
does
cleric.
have
He
light.
doesn't have the light spell.
Dodor has light. Dodor will cast light on they'll cast light on a stuffed animal that they always bring with them.
Oh.
Oh,
And they'll just kind of hold this little stuffed animal aloft as it shines light in all directions. How did we do on our rolls here? Okay. Hoven, Kappa, Eric, everyone is going to notice that there's structure down here. Like there are pieces of something solid jutting up from the bottom here at odd angles and in strange places. But they all kind of congregate around a singular area. Maybe 50 feet in diameter, the area that these little structures take up.
Like
But
stone?
but Hoven, Kappa, and Eric would notice that is what you would think initially, that it was stone. And as you get a better look at it, it's bone.
Oh, cool.
Go
What do you guys
look.
want to do?
like
So check
all
out
part of
amongst the
same
bones.
creature, though?
Yeah.
Whatever
Is it like
creature left these bones behind dwarfed that crocodile you just fought. It was whatever it was massive.
these are all like we can tell this is the same creature, not 4 or 5.
Uh yeah, you would guess based on the size and the area that they take up, this is a singular creature.
Oh dear God!
Fuck,
What,
I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but Eric would have no goddamn clue.
what the hell is that
Uh,
Is
thing
it a
over there?
dinosaur?
Uh, um, DM me, Mike. Let's see if you're right.
Is it a Reaper Leviathan?
No, but that was a good idea. Does anybody want to get a much closer look at these bones to check them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love bones.
Yes, please.
All right.
Just messaging Tom.
I just saw it. All right. So, whoever wants to investigate said bones may give me an investigation check.
Yes.
I suck at these, but we'll do it anyways.
Fuck
Come
it,
on.
Could I
doing it live.
could I
Yeah.
do a nature check instead to try and figure out what kind of animal it could be?
Or survival.
I would say
Or survival?
you could do a survival check or a nature check to get like yeah, it's gonna give you different information.
Yeah, that's more what I was thinking.
Investigation.
Reyna coming in hot with that 26.
Don't test me with good knowledge, man.
Okay.
I want to know all the things.
All right. We'll start with the low numbers. Eric and Hoven, you're checking this out. The structure of these bones and kind of their makeup that you're looking at are distinctly reptilian to you.
Mm.
This was some kind of giant ass reptile. Sojourner, you and Reyna are trying to get a closer look at these bones. And like scientist people often do, you're trying to get an idea of its structural integrity. You cannot chip a piece of this off. It is way too hard, way too dense. You cannot get a piece. This stuff is harder than steel.
Mm.
Um,
Is there any type of role I could do, Tom, where Eric might have a glimmer of my idea, like just enough to look for stuff and ask questions?
we're gonna answer that question here in just a moment because a 26
Okay, cool.
is gonna be enough to find some like distinctive stuff.
Yep.
Reyna,
Hmm.
you know that the best indicator you're gonna get is to find the skull of this creature.
For sure.
So Reyna is digging around. It's not immediately apparent. Like what you're seeing are like um, the major structural bones, right? You're seeing ribs poking out. You're seeing like a big leg bone here or there. But Reyna investigating around is getting a reasonable idea of where's the front of this creature, where's the back of this creature. Um, bum, 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 bum. And Reyna, you follow along. Uh, fuck me. You follow along the body type here, trying to find the end of it, right? You have to dig a little bit, and Crixus is down there with you. Crixus and Hoven would probably be able to make athletics checks if you were to direct them to dig in a certain area.
Yes, please.
So Hoven, go ahead and roll me an athletics. For once, Crixus outrolls Hoven in a test of strength.
Of course, when he's not here.
It was a natural 17. So
We all agree we don't tell Crixus about
yeah,
that.
absolutely no one tell Crixus that this happened. Digging down, following the you're then able to find vertebra. You're finding pieces of the spine as you start to dig into this a little bit, and you find the head of this creature, and it's all bone at this point. It has completely like there's nothing of the creature itself left, and you see this massive reptilian face with a sort of fin-like structure coming back across the eyes and back. Um, I'm trying to figure out if I can put a picture up without putting a picture of the entire creature. But Reina, you've seen in history books,
Mhm.
this is a dragon skeleton.
I knew it.
Oh, so cool! Yay!
I knew it.
Um,
Yay!
Reina, give me a history check to see if you can tell what kind of dragon this is.
Can I help her with that?
You can absolutely help her with this, or you could help. You could help Sojourner, one way or the other. Somebody smart.
I don't know.
Both just roll here.
Yeah, I will. Anyways, yeah,
Oh
you
no!
roll
I
advantage.
really want to know though.
I have to roll to make sure that I can give her advantage, right? That's how that goes.
Um,
Or is I've been playing a lot of Starfinder and Pathfinder, and I'm starting to get the rules mixed up.
I think that's a Pathfinder thing. I think for fifth edition, it's you have to be proficient in the skill to give someone the help action on it.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Yeah, that
mistaken.
sounds right.
And
That sounds
Raina, you
right.
can roll with advantage.
Okay. Come on, I really want to know. Damn it, computer! I want to know. 17 is the high one.
17 is the high one.
Damn it, I want to know.
All right. This dragon's got bony fins that come off of its face. Reina thinks back what might have a structure like this. Um, you're not positive.
Uh-huh.
You think that it is possibly a green dragon, possibly a bronze dragon.
Okay.
They both had that kind of that little bit of structure coming off their face like that. Could
And
go either way.
dragons aren't a thing anymore. Been gone for a long time, right? Yeah.
The dragon lore in this world is yes, they were hunted to extinction by the elves, but there wasn't ever like flights of dragons. There weren't bronze dragons or green dragons. There was a green dragon and a bronze dragon. It was a the thing, not a type.
Oh, so cool.
So,
Okay.
so we found either the green or the bronze at the bottom of Lake Placid.
That is what you've discovered here.
And
Have we
then
discovered-
like the impact that we saw, because I realized that this was an impact, so that it was the dragon that impacted the ground and made the lake.
That is a thing that you could discern from this interaction that you're having, that the
Okay.
lake was made by the body of the dragon impacting the ground.
Oh, that's so cool.
But
Okay.
they
Jojo
shot it
should
out of the
reanimate it to be
sky.
a pet dragon.
Oh fuck yeah!
Would there happen to be any medium-sized pieces of the bones just laying around? Or
Um,
teeth or scales or anything of that nature?
there's no scales left. Yeah, not all of the bones are giant, and at this point it's deteriorated to the point where the bones are relatively easy to separate if you wanted to get some of the smaller ones out, you could. I mean, if you want to take the time to excavate this whole skeleton down here, then that's going to take some time. But
I mean, water breathing lasts for 24 hours. No,
yeah,
no, no. I wanted to get a few like straight bones. I want to see if we can have them crafted two into staves for Reina and Sojourner. And then if anybody else wants anything, like maybe we could get the bone pieces to get some crafting done if we can find someone that can do damage to the damn bones.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the big thing though. Is they're harder than iron. We gotta figure out.
Oh, yeah, but I here's the thing. They're still
Magic.
going to be workable. It's just a matter of finding like a master, somebody who can figure out the material, who's smart enough. My money is on Ellie because she seems crazy enough.
Also true.
I mean, look, if we're grabbing stuff, I'm fine with like the dragon toe dagger. That'd be fun.
I think it's worth at least grabbing a few bones and at least taking them to the top and figuring out
Yeah. Well,
something from
also,
there.
like, how much would something like this be valued at? This is
Yeah,
a piece of history,
Priceless.
right?
priceless. Yeah. I mean, I also don't want to tell a whole bunch of people it's down here.
No,
Well, we
this is
can always
totally
come
something
back
that
later and harvest it.
Yeah.
It's totally something that, like, if we take like a couple, like a toe bone or a couple of little bones, come back later with like, assuming we all survive this entire campaign,
Okay.
and just like
And
excavate it and then put it, make a museum or something. Like, would be so awesome.
Here's the thing: if we get enough magic user, like wizards and magic users that can cast control water, we could eventually empty this thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
see how
think
big I affected of a square? You get like 10 people. I give it a week, they could clear this whole thing.
yeah, Raina's first thought is like the university would absolutely kill for this, but I know she's not on good terms with the
Belongs in the
university.
museum.
Yeah, it goes
So do
through her
you.
mind, just flows through her mind really fast that the universe this should be at the university, but she knows the university is in a good place right now. But it goes through her mind really fast. I think we
Alright.
take a couple bones to the surface and at least have them with us and see who we can find without disturbing the main core of the skeleton, obviously.
Yeah, just some small stuff.
Okay.
Couple of toe bones or something.
What is it with you and toes?
Understand when we talk about this that
Mhm.
this creature was colossal.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
even its smaller bones are still pretty big. Um,
Well, that's why I'm looking for medium size so that I can use item box.
right. But like a claw is not going to be small enough to be a dagger. Like,
I
just
mean,
just
half a claw might be what, a battle axe or a great axe?
Great sword or
um let's see. I guess yeah, a claw would be like the head of a battle axe size ish. Or a great axe rather.
Yeah, these things are massive.
It's so
Mhm.
big. It's so big. It's big.
Might be easiest to take teeth.
Yeah.
How you gonna get them out of the mouth?
Ooh,
Well,
good
you
one.
said that the skeleton was decomposing enough that bones and shit were easily removed, and
I
teeth
mean,
are relatively easy to take out after a long time of decomposition.
I'm not telling you
Yeah,
you
once the
can't.
gums are
I'm
gone.
asking you how you're gonna do it.
Oh, we're gonna have Francis and Hovind just like
yeah. I got
Uh,
this.
Uncle
just
Monkeys.
I'll hold out a crowbar.
You
I can
brought a
also use
crowbar?
adjust density to make each one lighter as they do it. They work together. We pop them out super quick.
All right. I'm gonna say Hoven and Crixus can roll together here. Actually, I'll just give
I
Hoven
also have
advantage. You also
I also have a
have.
block and tackle, which lets you have up to like 4 times your weight for things like pulling. So
I have a question though. Do you? How are you going to set up a block and tackle underwater without like a ceiling?
well, like use some of the other bones, right? And it's essentially a pulley system, right? That's how that
Yeah,
works.
you
Uh,
use it like a come along, essentially.
yeah, that is how block and tackle
Yeah.
works.
So you can set it instead of like, on a ceiling, it goes like around the tooth and then over the snout and then or something like that.
You just need another bone to anchor it to that you can hook up
Listen,
to the
I'm not
tooth and then
saying I
pull.
know how to use it. I'm just saying it's a random item that I happen to have that
Yeah,
might
no.
be useful in harvesting heavy bones.
I mean, are you doing a 3 and 2 sheave here? 6 total? What is your mechanical advantage that you're trying to get here, Kappa? We got to get into the nitty gritty of your black and tackle.
We are under
But
300 feet underwater.
isn't
Talk
but
about
also
Dragon.
isn't a block and tackle fishing gear?
I mean, it's used on fishing boats, but it's all it is a pulley system to give you mechanical advantage to lift something that you normally can't.
The higher the ratio, the shorter the throw that you have.
Right. So the more sheaves and shivs that you have, the lighter it will appear, but the more rope you need to pull through to move it, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
very
you guys
specifically
have
in D&D.
you guys have enough things down here that you are fucking with that yeah, I will give whoever's going to try and pull some of these teeth out advantage on their check.
Go for it, homie.
All right, let's go.
Give me that athletics.
Ooh, 27.
Nice.
Hold on, I'm going to roll Crixus just to see what happens.
We keep dancing around the nat 20s.
Okay. Hoven, you've got you've got Eric using his crowbar to kind of leverage some stuff out. You've you took you a minute because when you wrapped around the tooth for your block and tackle, it wanted to cut the rope because these teeth be sharp, yo.
Mhm.
So you had to figure that out, get that situated. But yeah, with a 27, I'm gonna say you are able to pull a tooth.
Do dragons' teeth look like sharks' teeth, or are they like long and cylindrical?
It depends on the dragon.
Alright, what
Well,
do
what do these look like, DM?
These ones appear to be more shark teeth, the blade type teeth, not the grab and hold teeth.
Cool.
Good to know.
So, do you
These
think
are
one's enough, or
cut
should we try to go for another one?
Man, that was a lot of work for one.
How big is it, too? Like,
Wait a minute. Was that a roll for one tooth, or was that a roll for all the teeth?
That was a roll for one tooth.
Oh, give it one more
how
go.
big are these? How big are these teeth? Are they like the size of us? Are they bigger than us?
No, they're not
I
bigger
assume
than you.
slightly.
You would fit in this thing's mouth, but its teeth are
Yeah.
not bigger than you.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know. I'm like, because this is big, but it's not that big, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
if
not
you
like,
were
Are you sure?
you want-
You said it was colossal and dwarfed the other thing, and
yeah, it
like
is
the size of a
colossal.
claw.
Its tooth is probably I'm gonna say bigger than a dagger, shorter than a sword.
so we're talking like 3-4 feet ish.
I'm thinking more like 2 feet in length ish.
Oh.
I love Google. Dragon's teeth, a type of fortification, tooth, 3 to 4 feet tall, 90 to 120 centimeters.
We'll call it 3 feet.
That's weird.
It is weird, but you know what? I love specifics.
Don't we all? Let's go.
All right, so another tooth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get this one. This
Can we
one
go
looks
for a
loose.
molar this time? Make a shield out of it.
Dragons don't have molars. All right, go ahead and give me that athletics check, Oven.
Ooh, that is good.
It's enough. You got it, but you worked hard for it.
First
This
one took
did
it all the
not
wind
come
out of
as
me.
easy. All right, you got 2 3-ish foot long dragon teeth.
All items.
Want one more?
All right, yeah. You put the yes. All right, let's go. I couldn't think of any good thing to say. Where's my brother when I need him?
He's the talker.
Ooh.
Hoven, you
And we're
you
done.
go to yank this tooth out, and you tweak your back a little bit. You're not feeling great after that one.
Motherfucker!
It does not come loose.
Two's good.
I think. Yep, two's good.
Two good.
Kind of kick it on the way out.
Son of a bitch.
Are there
Can
any
we-
bong shaped bones, Tom.
There are no bong-shaped bones, but there are enough bones that are big enough. If you figured out how to work these bones, you could certainly convert a bone into a bong.
Is there a smaller one, like a chunk about that size that I can just grab?
I don't
Just a
know if this
loose
thing
chunk.
has any bones small enough to do what you want here.
Well, stuff would have broken when if it crashed into the ground that hard. There would have been broken bones.
None of these
A
bones are
fucking
broken.
dragon, man.
Hold on, I'm looking up dragon anatomy to try to determine what the smallest bone would be.
My God, what are we doing?
It would probably
toe
one of the
bone.
end vertebra in its tail, I would guess.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Or maybe it's the toe.
Surprisingly, you're actually going to be looking at the teeth as the smallest, followed shortly by like spikes. If it had any spikes on its body or like that kind of stuff, those would be the smallest. After that, you're getting at the claws.
All right, never mind.
You know,
We already had
sometimes,
that conversation.
sometimes D&D is about like fighting bad guys. Sometimes it's just a bunch of assholes on the floor of a lake trying to figure out how to get dragon bones. Like it's just sometimes.
Did we ever figure out if this was a
Sometimes-
male dragon or not?
Sometimes it's all about logistics.
Sometimes it's about a bunch of assholes desecrating a dragon's tomb because it might make a cool stick.
Yeah.
Can we
I'm
ascend
starting to
slowly?
sober up. Can we head up?
All right, you guys begin to
Careful,
ascend.
don't go too fast.
Slowly so we don't explode.
Again, Kappa, as the only one with a swim speed, you are able to ascend without difficulty. Everyone else is struggling pretty hard to get enough buoyancy to raise up. Since we're not
I
in
can
any
t-
sort of encounter, then it's not gonna cause a problem. But if, for instance,
I
you were
would
being
just
chased by something, it would cause a lot of trouble.
I would
Mhm.
teleport up just to show off.
Hey Tom,
Eric, yes.
I have a question about my ability to shape self. It says in the action I can reshape my body to have a head, 2 arms, and legs, but it doesn't say anything about being humanoid. Does that mean I could turn into like an amorphous blobby crocodile? Because that's
Um,
2 arms, 2 legs, and a head.
I don't think it would stop you from doing that. I don't think that's gonna give you a swim speed, though.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to change into anything that alters your stats.
Cool though.
It is cool.
I blow myself into a bubble and start floating.
If you make yourself into a bubble and have someone blow air into that bubble, then yeah, that would work.
Nah, I'll just stay with the part.
Okay. All right. You guys make your way back to the surface with your 2 dragon teeth. Now, I feel pretty confident moving everybody back to the ship. Are we done at the lake?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
You guys almost didn't go to the bottom of the lake. All right. You guys return to the ship. Oh my god, this. I gotta figure out which one of those mods is fucked up because that sea navigation one is really fucking me up here. All right, you guys return to your ship. I guess actually I should move you to the big map because you guys got to decide what direction you want to go. Uh-oh. Why are you stuck at 98%? There we go. So you guys are down here at Lake Placid. So based on the information you've gotten on your trip back to the Fairweather Isle. Oh, I guess we should resolve what Opal does with the with the new plants that you gave her. So Opal, hold on, let me take a look at your ship here. Opal's going to approach the group, and she's gonna say, "Look, I think I can make this work, but I'm gonna need an area of the ship that I can maintain things like the temperature and the like. I'm gonna have to have Ellie build me a tank for these things to grow in. Um,
Hmm.
if
I
I don't
mean, we're
get
not doing anything with the bottom.
if I don't get them in something for them to survive in soon, then they're not gonna germinate later. So I feel like that is gonna be priority one, and then focus on making potions for Kappa's family. So is there an area of the ship that you guys are willing to sacrifice for Opal to make into a little terrarium, essentially?
Is there a room that would be suitable on the ship or easier?
Yeah, whatever room she thinks is best, I'm sure we'll give it up.
Except
We
for my
also
room.
we're
I'm
not
moving
doing
all my
any
bales to
we're
weed.
not doing anything with the bottom deck of the ship. Besides, my mom and now my sister were laying down there.
I can move you
Which,
guys
I
to the ship
mean,
if you want to look at it, or I can just yeah. So the bottom of the ship has things like that's where you store your supplies and whatnot. There's plenty of room to do both down there if you wanted to give her that space. It looks like nobody is staying in the second deck forward sleeping area where there's a bunch of hammocks.
Do that.
Nope, that's
Um,
Eric's room. That's Eric's room.
Nope,
is
that's
that
where it is. No smoke room.
Yeah, that's full of bales of weed. So
Eric's room
Actually,
is
it'd be great.
what are you
Does
talking
that make
about?
sense?
Opal says, if I have a grow room, I
It
could
doesn't
grow
have to
more than
only
one
be for
thing.
one. Yeah.
he's not growing. He's just got bales of weed that he's been
That's
gathering.
what he's saying. She will grow you weed, so you don't have to buy it anymore. You will
Oh.
have your own source.
All right, sold.
She's like, look, I haven't messed around too much with different varietals and strains, but I don't know. Could be a learning experience.
He
All
hands
right.
her a sack full of seeds.
All right, so we are going to consider not the first deck down, but the second deck down where Ellie's shop is and the kitchen is. That forward section is going to no longer be hammocks. It is going to be Opal's grow room.
Mhm.
So she is going to be working with Eliwick on how to convert that room into that thing, which will require rolls from them. But that doesn't necessarily concern y'all. I will handle that behind the scenes. Next order of business is what direction do you guys want to go?
What if we went like southwest and like down to like here? We haven't been this way yet.
well, but we know that the people went over here to Ravenwood,
Mhm.
and the whole point of this trip was to grab flowers and check up on whoever was left of the town.
So, in lieu of a quest log, I will say yes. You know that several people, including presumably Crixus's parents and Kappa's friends, presumably went to Ravenwood. Given that,
And then I was gonna say we also
Reyna
know that
Yeah.
Reyna has shared. I don't know
Mhm.
exactly how much, but enough that there is some shenanigans going on up at the university up here,
Yeah.
which is a second priority.
Mhm.
and
Ye-
then we know that there was another god signature somewhere either over here or maybe up by the university.
yes.
I feel like Crixus isn't here, but Crixus is 100% going to be trying to get us to go to Ravenwood. And I don't know that there's
We'll
anything bad with trying to go there first, other than it's going to eat time to go to the university, which we probably need to get to quick if we want to save Casey and anybody who's with her.
Did you ever
Sean?
share how urgent that was and like what was going on there?
I don't. I thought I did when we were talking.
You were
Well,
kind of
I remember
cagey,
you.
I think.
I think I was. Maybe
Yeah,
I
you were
was. Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
We talked about-
some people in the university, they're kind of bad. They might be working with the elves. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that's the most you told us.
I think I did. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't remember a big sense of urgency with that. At least with what was
It's
shared.
urgent.
Mm.
Yeah, if it's urgent, you might want to tell us now.
It's looking really bad. There appear to be draining Casey of her power, and the elves are they're draining people of their magic somehow and trying to use their power. She has a lot of it, and it could be really bad if they take it all from her.
See,
It's going to
that
be really
sounds
hard to get into the university because it's well
I mean,
fortified and the elves are definitely involved.
well fortified in like what way? How would like walls or
So, I mean, it's a school of magic. So there
yeah.
are a lot of wizards. There are a lot of protective. I'm making it. There's a lot of
Um,
protective spells.
So a thing that I don't think we talked about it, is the university's not designed for people to walk up to it. If you don't
Mm.
teleport into the university, you got to cross the tundra. There's not a road. There's not you
Yeah.
either teleport in or you are making your way the hard way. Like
Yep.
there's not much of an in between.
Mhm. Gotcha. Yeah. And the second
But
we teleport in, they're gonna know we're there.
Wait, don't we have Big Strong Boy Wizard with us now?
Bolg?
Yeah,
yeah.
we could ask him.
No, we left him back in the Dwarven City. I don't believe we ever said he was coming with us.
Nope, he is on the ship.
No, we
Oh,
took
he
him
is.
with us.
Yep, you were
Yeah.
gonna leave him there and then had him come with you. He is currently sharing a room with Jin.
So maybe we should bring him into the discussion.
What
We also
Reyna
have the 3 gladiators that we still gotta figure out what we're doing with.
knows with what's
Fodder.
going on with Bolg is he made a choice to join you against his superiors, and so that is not something like he might have a little bit more information just because he's been to the university, but he is not like welcome there right now.
He's
Yeah,
around.
just what he would know about defenses or a way in. Or if he could
Also,
teleport us there.
Isn't there a portal at the outreach center?
I mean, Reyna is intimately familiar with the teleportation circle in the
Mhm.
university, and many places in the world have teleportation circles. Um, doing that is not something that would be terribly difficult. The problem is there's no way to disguise that you are there if you go into their
Mhm.
if you use that entrance rather.
Yeah, we teleport in there. They know we're there, regardless of who we're with. And I'm not saying I'm public enemy number 1, but I'm certainly very high on the list. I believe at this point.
So,
Oh,
like, you're
people
given
live
more
in
reasons. You're given more reasons not to go than to go.
I think we should go. I just am not. I've not worked out a plan to how we go and we live.
We could ask Volg if there's a way that we could get in that
He
he's aware
certainly
of. Maybe.
Also,
certainly could know a
we
secret
could-
way in.
I was also gonna say, if someone knows how to teleport in there, just like throw a lit explosive barrel through the portal first, and then everyone in that area is dead.
Good old Barrelmancy. Works every
So
time.
we come in and we're like, cool, no resistance. At least for like the first step, you know? Like, I don't know.
We can put that on the plan list as a plan.
Like worst case scenario, throw something more dangerous than us in first.
Yeah.
Because then when we go in, they'll be like, oh shit, those people are here. Yeah, but there's also like, I don't know, a fucking death rabbit running around murdering people. Yeah, maybe take care of the death rabbit.
Dodor says, "Ooh, I could be a death rabbit." As
Oh.
they play with their stuffed animal that still has light cast on it.
Yeah, but we need you with us, Dodor. You can't be the distraction.
Oh,
You can be a little death rabbit with the party.
I feel like Dodor would point out that the possibility exists that the university is full of friends.
You know what? That's true.
could be.
So
How far
you
into
better
the
hurry up
tundra
and start
is
working
this
on those
university?
bracelets.
The amount of friendship bracelets you would need. It's astronomical.
That's there, so that's like there's no like actual ports around that, is there?
So that whole island is basically a frozen wasteland. That's why the university is there.
Yeah.
So what you would do is get the ship in close enough, and then you'd have to traverse the ice into where the actual island is, and then go in from there. But it's going to be cold. It's going to be nasty. And Reina, have you shared what's all out there in the frozen waste?
Oh, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
And
Is it
no,
Yetis?
doesn't
Are
sound
there
like
Yetis?
it.
Nope.
No.
I don't know that I know what's all out there, but I'm assuming it's bad.
Reina absolutely knows that a lot of weird magical experiments happen at the university. That's part of why it is relegated to this wasteland, so that if shit gets weird, it is contained. So, in the pursuit of creating, in the pursuit of creation, a lot of weird abominations get made,
Gotcha.
and they just get released out into the tundra.
Wow.
I
Okay.
understand I'm not making the university sound very good here, but I promise it was a good place for a little while. But yeah, that's gonna it's coming up to it is gonna be hard to do as well.
You know, why don't we just strap wings to our boat and just fly in there?
We can put that under one of the plans.
Ellie pokes her head up. Are you serious? Like, is that something I should start working on?
I don't know. I have no better ideas as to how to get us there. And if we
See,
could
that's
just
kind
fly
of
around, that would make travel so much easier.
I was talking about an airship like months ago. Just saying. Now, you guys all
Literal
laughed at
airship.
me and told me why we couldn't do it.
yeah. See, I just haven't. I'm on the same path. I think we need to go to the university and save her. I just can't figure out how to go and not die. So I was hoping one of anybody else would come up with a plan to try and get there without dying immediately.
Well, I'm trying, but it's
Yeah.
where
It's-
it is and how we'd have to get there. It's so
And it's designed to stop exactly what we're trying to do.
yeah, it's not like it's on the coast and we could just walk up and be like, see that wall? Shatter spike round, bam, through the breach, in we go. Like
Can I
we
go
can't
ask
Pirates
Bolg
of
if
the
he knows of a
Caribbean
secret
Fort
way
Royale
in?
base.
If you want to bring Bolg into this,
Yeah, I'm going down and getting him.
Bolg is not.
Helpful.
He's not unhelpful. He is kind of rehashing what Reyna already knows, though. Bolg has been a staple at the university for a long time, though, whereas Reyna was a student there. And while Reyna is familiar with the university, Bolg's just lived there for a lot longer. Bolg will tell you that there's a ton of secret passages through there. If you can get up to the university from the outside, yeah, there are ways in that are not, the main front door to get in. But as far as getting to it, that is the part that is tricky. Because yeah, you got to cross the waste.
So
there-
just to specify, he doesn't know of like a secret path that was dug from the castle to like out past most of the danger or something.
No, what he would know is that there's pretty much specifically not a path that way. Like the wizards prefer it that there's really only teleporting in that is the like it allows them to really control access to the university. So
So
yes,
the ways in or
there's a
teleport.
door out there to get in and out from the tundra, but like that's not the way that it's designed to be gotten to.
That's
is
how they let the abominations out.
Somebody's
Hey.
pinging this island here. What's that? What's up?
is this island kind of frozen too?
This island is not really. This is where Crixus is from. Crixus is from here. That's Crixus's hometown. Crixus.
they would
It's a colder climate, but down here is not frozen.
Would it be cold enough they might have dogs and dog sleds or cold weather traversal stuff? It's like
Yeah,
maybe we can go
in
there.
the wintertime,
we
they
go there.
certainly get snow and what have you.
We could go
So,
there,
yeah,
like
they
get
would.
some dog sleds and dogs and cold weather gear.
Hey Tom, off
yes.
topic, but now that it's come up, it made me think. Where am I from?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm from either.
Well, yeah, but like I would like in my backstory, I'm like technically from the Elven Empire. Like I've told you guys now, he's opened up about that, and Aramentari. I don't know where that is, where he would be on the map, or any of that his locations would be or anything.
Right here where I'm pinging, that's the Elven capital. Aramentari is probably not in the city. With their workshop would probably not be in the city, but would be
Right.
like right outside the city.
Okay, cool. Hey,
Man,
so
you
many
all
of us are from
weird
like
places.
really close next to each other.
You guys
And-
are from weird places. No, where I'm from, right there.
And Eric, it wasn't part of your backstory, but yeah, you can be from anywhere on here. So,
I have a
What if
question.
we,
What about
like-
this island?
that
What if we
island is,
like?
as far as anyone knows, uninhabited.
As far as anyone knows.
Okay, we have to go here. Like I've
Sorry,
been thinking about it all game.
Reyna, I
Right,
stepped
so
on you
have
for a
I. I've
second
been
there.
Oh no, you're good. Well, I'm just still trying to think about how you get into the university. What if we like because we have me and we have Bold.
Hmm.
So, oh, it's not a good idea.
Are you thinking about like a prisoner thing?
I'm thinking about, yeah, what if we like Wookiee them here?
I
If
was
we
thinking
like,
about doing the same thing and using me as like, hey, we found this plasmoid that knows gravity magic and is intelligent, and like maybe that can get you back in their good graces.
yeah, yeah. I'm thinking, but because then if we get in, is there a way to then like sneak everybody else in? Like make sure that, but that doesn't work unless you're outside. You still got to traverse the waste to try and get everybody in. Because anyway, you teleport in, you're gonna alert everybody.
I mean, if we just go grind for a few levels, everyone can hide in my ring.
I think that the only problem with that is time is a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it 100% is.
Yeah. Is there another way we can sneak everybody in? That's the question. Is there another way we can sneak everybody in without it, like, with only one of us?
A city-sized anti-magic field.
Huh. Okay. Well, we need to think. We need to think on that some more. But if we wanted to, at least the problem with going to Ravenwood is that it is in the opposite direction if we end up wanting to go to the university. But like you guys said, this little uninhabited island up here with no town, if we wanted to head there, it at least puts us kind of in that direction while we think of better plans
What about up
other
there at
than
Drog? What's this and Narenth? What's this landscape like?
All right. What you got? No. What is that? Okay. So what you know about Nereth is that there was at some point a recent war there, and the southern part of the island is cut off from everywhere else. You know that Brazen Scar is a Minotaur country now. So basically, the southern peninsula of this island, basically cutting off right about here, the Minotaurs were like, "Fuck everyone else. This is our land now." Um, as far as the terrain, it's not terribly different. It's you're getting up into the northern latitudes there, where it's going to be cold most of the time. Um, Nowhere else in this area is tundra like Harvath is. So Drurog is more like it's cold year round, but it's not frozen year round. If that makes sense.
I was thinking another plan is what if we went somewhere it's cold to gather supplies, and there's bound to be desperate people somewhere that we can just try to convince, recruit, hire on to help us with this trip. Even if it's just like this dude wants to die an honorable like Viking death, and his like 10 guys want to go with him. Great. We're going to the university. We're probably gonna die to abominations. That's a great way to go.
You know that Drurog is also like most of the world, it is multicultural, but it is the home of the orcs. So a lot of orc activity there.
Man,
Orcs are
orcs
not
love
evil here,
having
though.
But
cold.
Bolg is an orc.
but Nereth has the same problem that a lot of the issue is, which is time. How long is it gonna would it take us to get all the way over to Jorog and recruit, and then all the way back over?
Mhm.
It's a worse option than Ravenwood.
It is further away than Ravenwood is.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of good options though, besides just storm it and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, we go to this island, and maybe we find a miracle there that can get us into the university. Maybe we find an ally. Maybe we find some ancient magic.
Or
But
just
maybe
an empty
Tom's like,
island with
actually, that's the
nothing on
MacGuffin.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like that's the
Maybe
MacGuffin. It's actually the one deserted island. Ha ha.
Or maybe
or
it's the home of the last living dragon.
or maybe it's full of elves.
Or yeah, we don't. So that okay.
That's where the elves get their eggs from.
That's a really okay. What if we could go here, try to see what it is? There's also this really tiny little island just off the coast.
Hmm.
We can try to loop that way to see if we find anything to help us storm the university. But at the end of the day, it might just come down to we either risk the tundra
Mhm.
or we YOLO ourselves in and
Can't think of any.
understand that not everyone's going to make it out of there alive.
We
How
haven't
many
heard
he-
anything to make us think anyone is going to make it out of there alive.
How many hexes can we go in a day?
If you are combining your new dwarven propulsion units as well as sail,
Mhm.
then you are going to move faster. Let's see. If you want to go straight up there,
Uh-huh. I was trying to count.
it's about 13 hexes, so it's going to take you just over a week. If you're burning through using your dwarven propulsion as well.
And how
Which
many
is the
Ravenwood?
same. That's the same time for going to Ravenwood.
Is it 13 hexes that way too?
65 feet, yeah.
All right.
And
Yep.
to the unknown island. We are in a geographical phenomenon where we are 65 or we're fucking this same range from everything.
Yeah.
I made the Fairweather Isles the middle of the map. This is by design.
Well, you did a great fucking job, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
To be fair, I
I
didn't
mean-
realize I did that good of a job. But
Is there any
We-
is there any place that's full of people that's known to like hate the university in general?
like
mean, I would say the
actively
elves, but
hate the
apparently they're
university, not exactly. You're gonna find pockets and snippets in most places of people who don't trust wizards and don't like magic, but there's not like a solidified force of people of like, oh, we don't like the university in particular. That doesn't really exist. Like,
I was really
yeah,
hoping you
Maybe
just
we
get
could start a
Minotaurs.
movement.
maybe what?
I said maybe we should start a movement.
Hey, it's always a good time for a revolution.
I was really hoping the answer was going to be like, you know what, Minotaurs, just really hate wizards. I'd be like, great.
I mean, you guys have an orc wizard downstairs right now. Like, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minotaurs are kind of angry at everyone right now, though, so that's their
So
deal.
maybe don't go there. Okay. I say we might just have to YOLO it. Our best bet is either to go here to try to grab supplies across the tundra, or just hope for the best, hit this island first, and then go straight in. If we hit
I
this
think
one
getting
first, it's all
supplies
good.
would make the most sense.
I'm a bit nervous about this though.
I am
Because
too.
this is-
I think Purpose would be too.
This is Elfland right here, and we know they're expanding everywhere. I would not be surprised if we run into elves right here,
My guess is they've
Yeah.
overtaken probably.
especially if they're working at the university. I would imagine this entire I need to get my directions correct. Northwestern
Northwest.
section of the map is like
Yeah.
elf.
Hmm.
we had a faction chart, I would not be surprised if this whole upper northwest section was Elfland.
Well, we can always head up to this island, and then we're equidistant between Ravenwood or the university still.
Yeah.
At least,
least
give
that
us a
gives
few
us
more
options
things.
still.
Yeah.
Or we go to Ravenwood, where we know we have people, where we know we can get supplies, and then we haul ass across the ocean to the university.
And we know Crixus wants to go there. He's probably been gnashing his teeth, bitching at us this whole time we've been talking.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason we're having the conversation that that's not where we're going is because he's not here today.
If I
Yeah.
know Crixus, he would agree to go to the university if that's what everyone else wanted to do. But he would definitely make a case because he's worried about his family, and as far as he knows, they went here to Ravenwood.
I think
Crixus should roll persuasion, Crixus. Let's see.
I
I
have a
think we should go
question,
to
yeah.
Ravenwood.
For
And
shits
here's
and
the thing.
giggles.
Let him roll it with advantage, because that could here's my argument. What we've heard, like them being there, could be a fabrication by the elves to send us there that is a trap, and in fact Crixus's family is in the university being experimented on.
Or we just roll a D3, and a 1 we go to the university, a 2 we go to the island, and a 3 we go to Ravenwood.
Crixus,
I have
Because
a
we
question.
because we
Crixus
we
did roll
don't
a
have
dirty
enough
20 for his
information.
persuasion check.
I think
I
we
have a
should go to
question that
Ravenwood.
might help. Yeah. I was gonna say, Tim, if I ask Borg a question, does he know of people that in the university that probably try to get their hands on things they shouldn't have?
Ooh. How specific are you going to be, Kappa?
Very specific. Is he aware or even have an inclination that some people might try to have things smuggled into the university? Because I am best friends with a set of smugglers.
That's a
Bold,
good goddamn.
Bold will confirm that there are absolutely people at the university that want illicit items, uh, both for their own experiments and like there is a political atmosphere at the university in a way, um, where everyone that works at the university, like, because partially the university is a school where they're teaching students like Reina, what have you, and so there's like the faculty. There is another aspect of the university, which is this is like a research center. So whoever is able to produce the best thing is going to get, not necessarily promoted, but they're going to gain renown, essentially.
Funding.
Sure, yeah. Um,
So when
yeah,
if
Bolg is
there's
like, not
anybody,
only are there people at the university that would be interested in illicit items, virtually everyone at the university would be interested in illicit items.
Except for Anna, who was too good to use them, but yes. Who thinks everybody
So-
follows him?
Reina is
So in
like,
that case-
Reina is blown away by this revelation.
Can't even.
what? Okay, in that case, we should go to Ravenwood because there's a chance that the smugglers that Kappa works with for literally most of his life might know a way to get into that university and smuggle goods in and out of it.
Fucking set course, let's go.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good plan.
All right.
I was sitting here thinking about ways to get in. I'm like, wait a goddamn second. They're wizards. What do wizards and fantasy love? Illegal shit to experiment on.
Also,
What does
Becky.
Kappa's backstory have? People that get illegal shit.
All right. You guys set a course for Ravenwood. First things first, somebody roll me a D20.
Damn it.
We
You're
suck
welcome.
so much.
All
Well,
right, so we end up going to the university on accident.
Does a natural one on a luck check grant inspiration? Like, I know we can't use them on a luck check, but does it grant it?
I'm gonna say yes, it does.
Oh, that was
Cool.
a pity. That was a pity yes right there.
That was definitely a pity, yes.
Yeah,
I'll take
of
it.
course it
I
does.
think
I
it
will
was more
take
of a
his
thoughtful
pity.
yes. It
You're
sounded
gonna
more
need
like he had never thought about it before. It's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, these poor suckers, they're gonna need it, is what it sounded like.
You know,
Yeah, that's what I
there's
heard.
never look,
Oh.
I'm here for you guys. Like I want you to succeed. So,
But
I'm
also,
happy
it's
to
funny.
make things happen where you get inspiration.
It's also funny when we don't, though.
Oh, all right.
So we get stuck in
You
the harbor, leaving the islands. Then what?
you start making your way toward Ravenwood.
Mm-hmm.
Either Kappa or Sojourner give me a navigation tools check to make sure that you're able to maintain a course. Okay. Yeah, you feel pretty confident in your navigation skills. Oh boy, I need to make a roll here.
See which square the Kraken is going to pop up in.
A Kraken? No, no, no.
Well,
Have we at least had
before
a
we
long
go
rest
on,
before
yeah,
we get into this?
Oh,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
before whatever is going to happen is going to happen, it does not happen immediately. So yes, everyone will get an opportunity for a long rest.
okay.
Thank you.
Good.
Where are my battle spells? Let me refresh those.
You assume it's going to be battle and not like you're stuck in a typhoon.
Yeah, it could also be that.
Oh, your first mistake is assuming.
Yeah, it's also accurate.
All right. So
Let's see step. I'm gonna fill the ring with make sure the ring is
At the beginning of every day, I will ritual cast water breathing on everyone on the ship. That's
Sweet.
something I've been meaning to be doing.
okay.
Thank you.
On the ship, there's more than 10 people, right?
Yeah, but I can cast it. I can ritual it multiple times.
True.
Yeah, it's non-concentration, so.
Nice.
I do it every morning at breakfast. That's when everybody's in the same spot.
All right.
It seems fair considering we're on a ship in the middle of an ocean. Like, yeah.
And the fact that it lasts 24 hours. Yeah, it's. I meant to say it when I switched to wizard. I was like, okay, I have this spell. I meant to say it then, but yeah, from here on out, that's what's happening every day.
All right. I would like everyone to move their token to wherever they would be hanging out during the. Are we day or night? Let's see. During the night.
Oh, during the night.
Oh,
Like middle of the night or like past dinner?
We'll say. Somebody roll me a d12. We'll say it's It's not sleep time yet, but it's getting there. The sun is
Okay.
set.
Which way is
somebody took my room.
which way is south if we were traveling? Would it be starboard side?
Yeah, it would be starboard side.
Why are I'm stuck in the stairwell? It's fine.
At night, clear skies. Sojourner is at the front of the front of the ship, just kind of like in a puddle, staring up at the stars.
Raina, do you
Wait,
need help
but
getting
Sojourner, you're supposed
downstairs?
to drive at night.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, am I the night driver? I didn't know. Okay, I'm driving instead.
Not though.
I'm still sitting outside reading until it gets a little bit later, I think.
All right.
I am
and
hotboxing this room with these people until they leave.
Because
Uh,
originally you didn't sleep, so I thought we decided you do night so Captain could sleep at night. And then
That makes sense.
the other two aren't really into it, but Valeria is like, "Oh shit, yeah, let me get in on that." Kappa,
yeah.
you got rid of this
You did
mirror,
now, though.
right?
Yeah, we took in this one good, I think.
Okay. So the mirror is gone. Okay. No problem. All right, everybody's where they want to be. Eliwick is winding down for the day. Opal is in her weird little grow room. Jin and Bolg are hanging out in their room. Everybody's there. Crixus. What do you guys want to do with Crixus and Dodor today?
Crixus is flirting with Eliwick and Dodor's just in the backpack.
Alright.
Third wheeling it.
Crixus helping Eliwick, Dodor in Crixus's backpack. Okay.
It sounds like a Crixus thing.
Now everybody's good. So we're gonna take Crixus and Dodor out of this part of the equation because they're not here.
So why is the mayor here and dead?
The mayor was brought back to the
Oh,
ship.
We definitely threw his body overboard a while ago.
Okay, you guys throw the mayor's body overboard.
Well, I thought we
Burial
were
at sea.
gonna revive him. I thought we were gonna revivify
No, we
him.
decided not to waste the resource. Oh wait, no, we don't have a 300
okay.
gold piece diamond,
Yeah, I thought
and
the
we
plan
said we
was
weren't
to
going to
just
wait.
keep
We
him
weren't going to.
preserved. Alright.
We weren't going to waste the diamond when we get one. Is what we decided. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I figured we could loot the university for the diamond, but whatever.
I mean, that's a good place to look for one. Okay.
Yeah, but we'll be too dead to do anything with it. So
Yeah.
Oh.
pretty
I mean, yeah,
much.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Eric, you are the lucky winner. Eric, you're in this room smoking out Valeria and her little friends. Are you using your pipe of smoke monsters by chance?
well, of course, he's making. Well, now he's trying to make cool dragons come out, even though he doesn't really know what they look like.
All right, you like kind of put together from what you think it looks like based on this skeleton, what these creatures look like, and Valeria's getting pretty high at this point. She's like, that's fucking crazy, man. But you make an attempt to produce a dragon, and it forms a shape not at all like a dragon. The shape is at first just kind of vaguely humanoid. And like your pipe of smoke monsters makes reasonable affectations of things, but not like heavily detailed. This form becomes more and more detailed until you're looking at a smoke version of an elf.
Oh no.
And it is very clearly an elf that you've met before. Well, not in person,
God damn it, Eric.
but Eric, you find yourself face to face with this guy once again.
God damn it!
As
I'll
he kind of like stretches his arm out, like, well, this is interesting. Can't say this is something I'm familiar with. Hello.
Can I gesture to these two here for them to like go get everyone else?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that's not a roll that you need to make. They can just like say, "Oh fuck," and they bail. So they run through the door. Do you respond while they go looking for people?
Be like, man, I must be higher than I thought.
The form kind of like almost takes a fistful of the smoke, and you can see him touch his hand to his face, and he says, "On this shit? You don't even know what kind of good shit we have in the capital." Kappa, you get a knock on your door. And oops. Sorry, Kappa, I moved them by accident here. This guy, you open the door and he kind of gestures up to that forward room and he's like, there's some weird shit. Eric is talking to a smoke guy and it's kind of freaking everyone out.
God damn it, Eric.
Meanwhile, everyone up on deck, this person comes out on deck, starts looking around for anyone, sees Hoven first, and kind of relays the same message. Eric was getting high with his pipe, and he was making weird little shapes, and one of the shapes is now talking. It seems bad.
I mean, like the ship is going to be on fire, or what kind of
No,
bad are we
nothing's
talking
on
about?
fire, but like it seems bad. It seems like something we don't want to be happening.
Raina, I think we have our visitor back.
Oh,
Valeria's gonna back way up here. Eric, the shape in the smoke says, now your inferior smoking habits aside, I really feel like we got off on the wrong foot, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of a dick.
Hey, you know what? I understand that sentiment. Sometimes lower forms of life just don't quite understand what we are trying to accomplish.
See, and that's it. Stuff like that is exactly why you're acting like a dick. It's a perfect example.
Look, I understand that you're not quite grasping what I'm getting at here, but I promise what I'm trying to. And as Reyna opens the door, she's gonna now, or everybody out in that room or outside the room will hear him. He's gonna say, "You've got to understand that I'm trying to help you." Uh,
Oh yeah,
the
how?
the smoke being will turn as everyone starts to enter the room. He says, "Oh, good. I was hoping that the others would also arrive." Let's see. Sojourner, are you staying up on deck?
I'm driving the ship.
All right. He kind of waves a hand over the group of you, and he says, "Look, I understand that you're afraid, and I understand that things are not the way you want them to be. I just want to help you get to that point. You think that you're doing the world a favor by putting these beings back into power. And I get that. Everyone wants to look up to a higher power. Everyone wants somebody watching over them to really make the decisions for them so that you don't have to worry about those kinds of things. All I'm trying to do is make sure that it's not spiteful, dangerous beings that don't deserve that kind of power. You know what I mean?
Oh, and the elves do deserve that kind of power.
No. No, no, is that what you think is happening here?
Maybe, maybe
I
not.
mean, there are a lot of elves everywhere we go trying to get this power, so.
Ah, No, 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 no. I deserve this power. I'm the only one who can wield it correctly, properly, to protect you, to protect everyone. This isn't the sort of power that can be divvied up. It has to be consolidated. Eric, with a 13 insight, you don't feel like he's lying to you. He believes what he's saying, as far as you can tell.
So what's your plan? You're gonna like become like the super god, and everybody's gonna live in a magical, happy land.
I mean, I
Is that what you're saying?
wouldn't put it so crudely, but yes.
I,
I've already gathered several. The ones that you have put out into the ether, I can handle them one at a time. I can consolidate that kind of power, but you're making my life difficult. And I understand that you think that they are your friends. You think that they're looking out for your best interests, and you're wrong. That's what the whole thing was about. They
what are
can't be
their
trusted with these
interests?
powers. They can't be trusted. You think they were the first? They simply stole the power from those before them.
Yeah,
It's no different than what I'm doing now.
you've been acting like a dick this whole time, and you expect us to believe you're not going to be a dick when you get all this power.
I suppose it is a lot for simple creatures like yourself to take in. But you weren't there when it was happening. You weren't there when the gods feared us and they lashed out in their fear. Do you want me to show you what happened? Do you want to see what happened through our eyes? I can make that happen.
No. Do you want to see what happened through the very biased and twisted eyes of a wannabe god
Oh,
as he looks at everyone else?
you won't do it through me. I am just here to facilitate. All you're going to see is through the eyes of the people who were there.
Fuck it, let's do it. I'll do it.
Yes.
All right. You guys agree to see what happened.
Yes.
Very reluctantly, I guess.
Kind of in a weird spot with what time it is.
Mhm.
Because this would work a lot better at the end of the session.
Oh, for your cliffhanger.
Well, it's because I need you guys to do something.
Does it
But
die? You need us to die, Tom?
oh no, I'm gonna try and stretch this out and make it work. But all right. He kind of holds out a hand and says, "Just the four of you? Your friends aren't coming?"
Somebody's got to drive the
And
boat.
Crixus and Dodo are like, "Hey, if we're doing this, then fuck it, we ball." Hoven, you're leaving? You're not gonna come?
No, I was saying that someone was driving the boat. That's why we're all
Oh,
not
I
here.
see,
Yeah,
I see.
but yes, I am going to this vision
Okay.
quest.
You want to go on the vision quest?
Do I need to pass out some shrooms for this to work, or
You're gonna want
because I got them?
your mind to be as sharp as possible. So I think you're right about where you want to be.
Sojourner, do you want to send somebody else up to man the boat for A minute. I'm sure somebody can
I-
keep her floating for a little bit.
I mean, I would, but like as a player, I would. But Sojourner has no idea what's going on and is keeping this other guy that came and let us know up here so that I'm not up on deck alone just in case something else happens. It's like, oh yeah, something's happening in the mirror. It's like, okay, well now we might be attacked. So Sojourner has no reason to go down there unless somebody says something about this. But even then, it's like, do we want to leave the ship unmanned by like, yeah.
Um, so your opening here, Sojourner, is that he's asking if you're leaving any of the group behind.
Yeah,
Or if
Raina will run up and tell you what's happening real fast. And if you want to go, I'll send somebody else up to man the boat for a bit.
Valeria is like, yeah, I'm fine with getting right the fuck out of here.
Bye, girl.
Then yeah, Sojourner's going along.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
Valeria will come up and take the wheel along with her friend Asha. Sojourner, you want me to just move you down there? Oh, there you go. Sojourner, when you approach in the smoke version of Ethrandi, looks over you and says, "Oh, I think this might be of particular interest to you, Plasmoid."
Yeah, I'm just hoping to verify some information.
Indeed. And you're all going to basically lose consciousness as you accept his invitation into the past here. All right. Hold on 1 second as we switch here. Eh. So the world around you starts to just kind of get lost into a white um, void as you guys find yourselves. You can still like see each other in here, but you don't see him anymore. Um, as he says, it was a time when the gods were what you think of them as invulnerable, unassailable, constant. And it turns out that's not true. And you guys, come on. Stop being a butt. Here we go. You guys are just kind of floating in space. Why are you uploading? Stop that. View scene. Why is the scene not working? Hold on. God damn it. You're really fucking with my narrative, computer. The scene cannot load. Why can't the scene load?
Because fuck you. Is what the computer says.
Yet.
Hey guys, that spark that we have, like our characters, is that like are those gods? Like I'm personally I'm still kind of confused on that.
The sparks, the piece of divinity essentially that you have is not like you don't house a god within you. You are just granted power by a god.
Okay, okay, cool.
Is the way
Thank
that
you.
actually works. Um, Now stand by while I try and make this fucking scene go. Scene cannot be loaded. Why? You cannot change scene. What? I'm not trying to change scenes. Wow. All right. It says we can't navigate to the scene because we are can't navigate to the scene because we are not loaded on the previous scene? Is that what that means? Hold on. I'm just going to refresh here and hopefully that fixes it. Did somebody do bad?
Kappa was cleaning his nails with his knife and accidentally stabbed himself in the thumb.
No, I was
Ah.
totally prepped to throw a knife at the smoke guy, and then we got invited to go to a dream. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna get this off my screen and hit the button. And then it wasn't that one. So I guess
Okay.
it's a good thing we got invited and I didn't throw a knife at him.
Okay. It's working. All right. Good. Okay.
Hey.
So 1, 2. Let me just get everybody's tokens. Okay. So you guys, now I've got to remember what I was saying when I cut myself off. You guys start to the void around you starts to take shape, and you find yourselves in basically an elven palace, a little courtyard. And as for right now, you guys are still just kind of disembodied versions of yourselves, as you hear Ethrandi's voice just kind of from everywhere. And he says, I theorized it was possible to harm the gods. I theorized it was possible to take their power for myself. I was not able to convince the officials of my people that this was a worthy design. They wanted simply to imprison and punish. And you find yourselves here. So in this central courtyard with elven artwork made everywhere, basically everything around you is infused with magic. Uh, and sitting on the edge of this magic fountain, which you realize isn't actually it isn't water that's flowing through this fountain. It's something else. Um, and you see a couple of people that you recognize. Athrandi himself on the edge of the fountain. Uh, you've killed 2 of these people. This guy here and this woman here. And you've seen 2 others. This one and this one were the ones that came to Respite and were they were the envoys that took Crixus's sister with them and brought her to their ship, and then they were the ones that went to go claim the um, god that you found there. So you guys find yourselves on this scene. Athrandi running his hand through the liquid of the fountain, and you see that as he does, a little trail of sparkling light follows where he drifts his hand. And the people behind him aren't kneeling, but they're certainly bowing their heads in reverence to him. And he says, and not him himself, the voice around you. He says, for a little context for me and my fellows. And then the Ithrandi that you're looking at begins to speak. And he says, the Emperor will never bow to my wishes. Aramentari will never agree to my specifications. We have to simply bide our time until the moment is ripe. Um, this woman here will speak up, and she'll say, "The time is ripe now, Ithrendi. We have to move. If we strike, we can kill all of them before they know what's happening." And Ithrendi will say, "Shh. We don't nearly have enough of a follower base. That would certainly sow chaos, but we don't have enough with us. Once we've accomplished that, then the rest will fall into place. Everything will fall, and the dominoes will all line up perfectly." Aramentari's key. His prisons are essential to our designs. But with my modifications, they can be made so much more. Sojourner.
I'm sorry, I was
ye-
gonna say Sojourner just scoffs when he hears that.
Um, Sojourner, I would like you to make me make me just a straight up intelligence check. Hmm. You've seen a few of these god prisons at this point. Um, you certainly don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that Aramentari was capable of designing such a thing. Uh, nothing that you recognize has like the hallmarks of his work, but he would be certainly capable in your mind of building that. Um, you don't have any recollection of him talking to you about that, and you don't have any recollection of seeing anything regarding them in his workshop, but that also would have been post imprisoning when you were with him. So keep that in your back pocket.
Okay.
Ethrani will continue on, and he'll say, "The paladins will will lay them low given the items that they've been uh, given. We can then put them in a little box until we have figured out a way to absorb that power." And the rest will bow their heads and they will begin to walk off. Thrandi will stay here. Everybody walks off. And we're going to actually move them out of frame. The next person that you see come in here is, oh my god, come here. You're gonna see what looks to be like an elf that's basically royalty come through, and they are heading a group of elven warriors. Without even needing a check, really, these are not run-of-the-mill soldiers. These are either a royal guard or a some sort of elite, right? They come up to Ethrandi and they say, "Aramentari has given us everything we need to continue our mission? Is there anything else that we need from you? Um, everybody who wants to give me an insight check. Reyna and Sojourner, you can see that the way that this guy's talking to Athrandi, he says Aramentari's name with a certain amount of reverence. And he kind of spits out the "you" when he's talking to Athrandi. You get the idea that Aramentari is held in a certain amount of esteem, and this guy is not. Sojourner, the time that you knew Aramentari, he was not at court. He was not part of this at all. So the fact that they are dropping his name both casually and with a that much respect is very strange to you, because from when you know Aramentari, he wasn't exactly exiled, but he was absolutely not part of the government of the Elven Empire.
Yeah, he was very humble. He didn't tell me he fucking knew the emperor and shit.
Uh-huh. Aramentari's got secrets, motherfucker. Ethrandi bows extremely graciously to this elven royal, and he says, "Of course, everything you have is of perfectly adequate construction. Uh, our collaboration was, of course, necessary, but Aramentari is, of course, the superior designer, and his designs will do wonders for you. They will lay them low." Uh, and they will walk off. Athrandi is gonna also leave this scene as the world around you starts to dissolve again, and you'll hear Athrandi's voice again surrounding you. By the way, if you want, you can speak to Araman or God, I keep mixing their names up. Athrandi through this process, like he's present with you. Um, no one in the scene reacts to you or your presence, but it doesn't mean you can't ask him questions uh or speak, if that makes sense. But yeah, this scene will start to dissolve again, as you end up back in that white void. And he says, he says, "The royals never cared for my genius. They pushed me aside, as it were, for more respectable elves. Always thinking that I was going too far, I was too extreme in my pace. They don't seek control, they seek only staving off. And that was their downfall. That was their fault." And your scene is going to uh, start to solidify one more time.
It kind of seems like they were right, though. Just saying.
The voice says, "They were right? I don't think so. The gods were still able to curse us. What do you think is right? To be imprisoned forever, or to be molded into something greater?"
I mean, neither.
It's not.
One should either
It's
be
not your place to
imprisoned.
to decide what is greater for everyone else.
See, that's exactly what Aramentari would have said. And I understand the sentiment. It's wrong, but I get it. No one wants to make the hard decisions. No one wants to solidify things into a cohesive unit where everything works. I was really hoping that this would help you understand that.
How
Uh,
could it? Your argument isn't sound. I could use your same argument against you.
oh,
I understand what you're saying. Would it be quote unquote easier if one grand being all powerful decided the laws of creation? Sure, maybe. But what being? Definitely no person that has ever lived on this planet has the right to decide what every other being will do because you're taking away free will.
I'm not trying to dictate what you do. I'm trying to protect you. You think I don't know pain? You think I don't know loss? I know those things intimately. And I want no one to have to go through those things on their own. I want those things to be a thing of the past.
The pain and loss is what makes us human.
When you use force to impose your will, there will always be someone who is pained, who loses, unless your plan is to wipe away everyone who disagrees with you. But even then, you will build resentment. Your kingdom will fall because
Oh,
it is fallible, just like you.
you think that I see the confusion here. No, no, no. There won't be anyone left who disagrees because it'll be obvious that this is right. This is correct. I don't have to kill people who don't agree with me. Those people simply, and he snaps his finger, won't exist.
Same thing. You can't just snap your fingers and make all of your enemies disappear.
Not yet. Not yet.
And never so long as I have anything to say about it.
Is that what you think? Perhaps this will make some things more clear to you as the world around you again begins to solidify. Get everybody's token out here. Who am I missing? Eric. There he is. As we get into this scene, this is vaguely familiar to you, Sojourner.
Yes, the darkness of the void.
Hold on. I'll turn the lights on in a moment. You feel a heat around you as things solidify into what is clearly a workshop. And you'll have to forgive me. I did make a token for Aramentari without consulting you. This is Aramentari's workshop, but it's not the one that you know. This is his one from when he was in the capital.
It's a
There are
little
Why are there
bigger.
two Erics
Why are there two Erics? Eric, what have
and
you
no
done?
Sojourner?
Twice the fun. I can do shit. Don't blame me.
Yeah, I'm still black screened.
I think you brought Eric in twice instead
I
of
brought
Sojourner once.
two Erics instead of an Eric and a Sojourner. I mean,
How
Eric did that.
could
Eric
this
fucked that
be?
up.
I'm too high to do anything wrong.
Why does this look like the engine room from the train in Snowpiercer?
You know what?
Mhm.
It
'Cause it
kind of
is.
does.
I don't know.
As you start to focus in on this room, you see a little child under the floor, because he's the only one who can fit down there. Um,
No, they're going extinct.
you see up on this massive workbench, you see Aramentari. Um, he looks a little bit different than you remember, Sojourner. Give me a perception check.
From downtown. 10.
10. He looks younger than you remember him, less wizened, if that makes sense. Um, and
I
this
mean, yeah.
workshop has things that it has things that remind you of the workshop that you have seen, but this is clearly bigger, more advanced. Like, this is Aramentari when he holds out his hand and somebody just puts money in it for whatever he wants, when he doesn't have to uh, do his own. I think my dog just threw up on the floor.
That's
Brody,
what he thinks of it.
Brody, why? All right, no one's trying to eat it, so it's fine. We'll leave it for now. uh, so yeah, you see Aramentari working at this workstation, crafting what looks like a big glass and gold cylinder, not unlike the god prisons that you've seen before. And you see Athrandi down below, uh, tinkering with things, as though he's assisting. And the voice says, "He would never let me go with my own designs. You see, he was much more prominent then. Aramentari was somebody who could ask royals to jump and they'd ask how high. His genius was undeniable. It was merely his dedication that I found lacking." And the scene kind of sets into motion, as you see Aramentari both working on this piece, but also like engaging with Ethrandi. And he says, "Absolutely not. Absorbing that amount of power, you die. It would be impossible." And Ethrandi saying, "I don't think it would be impossible. I think that perhaps, given the right conduit, that amount of power could be directed, used. Think about what we could build with it." And Aramentari just sort of dismissively is like, "Build? You wouldn't build anything. You'd destroy yourself and everything around you." Um, and you'll hear Ethrandi's voice, not the avatar, but the voice around you. "Like I said, he didn't believe hard enough. I didn't only make that happen, I proved Aramentari was small-minded and not not in tune with the scope of the world."
Or perhaps he was just trying to save you from yourself.
No, 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 no. I'm saving him from himself, and everyone else from us. You think it's better that the elves continue the purge? You think it's better that they wipe everyone else out? No, I'm trying to save everyone. And you'll see. Hey, 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 hey! Stop that. You'll see Aramentari working as Ethrandi pulls out a design that he has made, and presents it to him. Um, and be saying, "Look, we've already determined they can be hurt. They could, in theory, be killed. I think that something like this would contain the energy. Even if we can't figure out how to absorb it, we could at least contain it until we can figure that out. Nothing is impossible. Aramentari kind of quickly looks over the design, crumples it, and throws it into an incinerator. And he says, just because something's possible doesn't mean it should be done. It's almost like I've taught you nothing. And the scene will begin to dissolve again. Go ahead.
So you're just a pissy student who doesn't like that your teacher disapproves of your dissertation? Is that all this is? You're trying to prove a point to your teacher?
All this is, I think of it this way. Aramentari taught me many things. But now, Aramentari is nothing. He's lost everything he gained.
Does he still breathe?
Sojourner, make an insight check.
And just to clarify, that's not a like me trying to see if he's alive. It's me trying to be like, no, if he breathes, he hasn't lost shit.
Oh, what a time for a nat 20.
There you go.
All right. Ethrandi's not physically with you right now, so you're basing everything off of his voice. You ask him if Ethrandi still breathes, and there's a pause. And then he says, does he breathe? I couldn't care less if he breathes, if he's dead, if he's in a hole somewhere. Matters not to me. I've grown past, I've grown beyond Aramentari's work. Would he see what I have now and still claim it to be a teacher? No. No, if anything, he would be my student. And there's confidence in his words, but on that nat 20 Sojourner, it's hollow. This man still craves that not maybe crave is the wrong word. That approval from somebody. You get the idea that he both cares very much if Aramentari is alive and has no idea if he is or not. But what he wants is acknowledgement from him. That's something that still irks him greatly. Now, the scene starts to dissolve again. And with an almost exasperated sigh, Ethrandi says, all right, I can see that you're still having this trouble. Perhaps we don't have to see eye to eye, we don't have to agree completely, but maybe what we should agree on is the people that you are trusting are not to be trusted. And the scene is going to start to unfold again. And what's going to happen is you're going to see almost a nondescript, not corridor, but like like the interior of a like totally bland and undecorated, like a castle. Kappa, you kind of recognize a little bit of this as this is not a real space. This is similar to the space that you go when you are talking to Saris, where it's created for an interaction. And what you're going to see in this space is someone you recognize. You are going to see.
Did you do it, Tom?
Oh, God, give me my list.
Told you to do it.
All right, you are going to see Saris as you've seen her in Kappa's. Actually, I think Kappa's the only one who's seen her not. I think Kappa's the only one who's seen her where she looks like herself.
Mhm.
So, what she looks like to everyone else now is tall, black hair. She's beautiful, but her face is almost half and half, where like one side is pristine and struggling for the words, pristine and like almost like a porcelain doll, right? And the other side of her face is kind of like like her mascara is streaked with tears, and she is like almost feral looking on the other side. This is not a side of her that Kappa has ever seen. Kappa's only ever seen her look not split like this, only ever singularly. And surrounding her are some elven warriors. And what we're going to do is we're going to call it for today. And next time, I would like you all to come to the table with level 20 elven characters for this interaction.
What?
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh
You got
shit.
it. I already have a character. We're
They
gonna
can
fight.
be they can be whatever class you want.
Level 20.
Level 20. The only caveat is they must be elven.
Any magic items?
Yes, you may choose any purple item that you like, and any 2 blue items that you like.
Oh, I know what I'm doing for the rest of the day. It's all good.
Purple
And
and
Oh,
next
blue.
week, y'all are gonna fight a god real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's awesome.
That's
That's a fun way to get to play level 20 for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of choices. Oh wait,
That's
no,
why I
there's
wanted
less
it to
because
happen
they
at the end of a session.
they took away most of our choices, so I guess that makes it simpler.
Oh, that's true. I haven't thought about with the new shit.
So do all the legacy stuff, right?
No, yeah, you can still do it by clicking legacy, but I think I might actually use this as an opportunity to try out the 2024 rules.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it a shot.
I have play tested almost all the rules on a D&D server I'm on. They're all good. There's a slight difference in power level, but it's not huge.
I was just doing something yesterday, and I didn't realize they drastically changed how counterspell works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is
Oh, yeah.
this?"
That's why I have the legacy version still.
Yeah.
It
But
is
yeah,
you have to
so
make
for
I'm-
next week, if you want to use the new stuff, use the new stuff. If you want to use legacy stuff, use the legacy stuff. But yeah, you